say to me, I can't do it. And I'm like, let's think about that word, can't. It's the same as always. You said earlier, I don't like the word always. So I used to say to my kids when they were little, they would go, Mommy, you always. And I'm like, hang on. That implies that I do it in my sleep. And as gifted as I am, that is just not within my capability. I'm just not going to say that. We're not going to say can't, because what we say, the words that we speak, and I need your take on this. So I believe the words that we speak over ourselves matter, because our bodies hold
100%.
memory. And our body will automatically believe anything we tell it. So, and funnily enough, we tend to believe the negative stuff far better than we tend to believe the positive stuff, which is weird. Do you know why that is? Because I haven't figured it out yet. But like, what is your take on, in terms of being courageous and flipping that switch? And you said like you had this strategy where you walked back into the room with these clients and you got excited, and every level, new devil, right? So they're at the end. So what did that actually do to the room?
Well, I'll sort of anchor on something I've been using for a minute, because I've been thinking a lot about this question. I think about this question pretty much at the beginning, at the end of each day, what you're framing, because I've gotten into a loop, and our team's gotten into a loop it's what we call think, plan, do, review. So we before we go into any situation, even like coming to our call here today together, is how should I be thinking about this before you just walk in? Because how I should think about it puts you into a sense of one, in NLP, they call this thing called the 3 points of position. First point of position, I'm in my body looking out my eyes, right? Second point of position, I'm imagining what it's like to be in you looking through your eyes. Third point of position is I'm a fly on the wall looking at the system. That's like sort of an empathy piece. But I do think that and when you play into that, you start to shift neurological perception. So what I've come to learn in this is that you can track in your life results. And now this is going to sound a little bit sort of high performance for a minute, but it has to actually, it comes back down to this. So if you look at human beings, we're always trying to achieve certain outcomes. We want things in life, or we want certain types of qualities of life. Whether it's health or relationships, or that's a result. That's an outcome. So the results and the outcomes we get in life, the ones we're getting, or the ones we desire to get, are all fundamentally trackable to the behaviors that you practice every day. And the behaviors that you practice every day are how you wake up and you run through your day, your rituals, your routines, what you do, how you show up, the sequence of events, the choices that you make, behaviors. Now, your behaviors are all absolutely trackable to your state of mind and your thinking. And your thinking is influenced by the insights that you gain if you're willing to get curious and understand. And so this think, plan, do, review cycle, and I'll go back around. Think, plan, do, review cycle is, if I walk into any situation, and even it could be literally 5 seconds, the phone's ringing. How should I be thinking about how I want to show up with this call right now? What's my mood? What's my emotion? What do I want out of this? How should I think about this history and stuff? And we're going to have a great conversation. I should be thinking about it that way. So what part of myself am I letting go, and what part of myself am I bringing in? Now, let me plan for that in my mind. I'm going to plan up to, how do I want to show up to this? I'm going to show up with energy and openness and honesty and transparency. Now let's go and do that. Let's go and have the conversation. Let's do this beautiful podcast. And afterwards, when we hang up, before I go to my next call, I'm going to review, like, how did that go?